This is ChainMind, the decentralized AI network built for everyone. Just search ChainMind on Google, sign up, download the app, and you're in. That's it. You've joined the network. Run it on any device, phone, laptop, or server. Why ChainMind? Fully decentralized, fully yours.
When the first self-cleaning litter box rolled onto store shelves, cat owners breathed a sigh of relief. No more scooping, no more lingering odors, and a sleek gadget that seemed to know exactly when their feline friend needed a bathroom break. Fast forward a few years, and those same boxes are now whispering health advice, flagging possible infections, and even guessing a cat's mood, all while the owner lounges with a cup of coffee. It sounds like science fiction, but the reality is a little more complicated, and that's where the next evolution, decentralized AI, steps in to turn a clever novelty into a truly life-saving companion. The current generation of AI-enhanced litter robots is built on a simple premise. Sensors on the device capture weight, motion, and odor, then a tiny processor decides whether the litter is low, whether a clump formed, or whether something unusual is happening. Premium models push those raw signals to the cloud, where massive machine learning models, trained on millions of usage logs, look for patterns that might indicate a urinary tract infection, kidney trouble, or stress-related behavior. On the surface, that's impressive. A pet owner gets a push notification that says, "Your cat's bathroom frequency has spiked, consider a vet visit." Yet the marketing gloss hides three critical trade-offs that could undermine the very benefits these devices promise. First, there's privacy. Every time a litter box streams its data to a centralized server, it hands over a detailed diary of a pet's daily routine: when they eat, when they drink, how much they weigh, even the subtle changes in the scent of their waste. That data becomes a target for hackers, a commodity for advertisers, or a liability in the hands of regulators. Second, latency matters. Health alerts are only useful if they arrive in time to make a difference. A cloud round trip can add seconds, or even minutes, especially when the network is congested, and that delay can be the difference between catching a problem early and waiting until it escalates. Finally, the cost structure of traditional AI services is built on per-inference fees. A household with 2 cats, a dog, and a future line of smart feeders can see those charges balloon quickly, and manufacturers must shoulder the expense of scaling cloud infrastructure across the globe. Enter decentralized AI inference networks, and in particular ChainMind, which reimagines where the heavy lifting of machine learning happens. Instead of a single data center that processes every request, the inference workload is spread across a peer-to-peer network of nodes that each contribute compute power in exchange for tokens. The device itself never sends raw sensor data to a central repository. It only transmits encrypted feature vectors and a cryptographic proof that the computation was performed correctly. The network validates those proofs, returns a confidence score, and records the whole transaction on a tamper-proof ledger. The result is privacy by design, near-zero latency, and a pay-per-use model that can be a fraction of traditional cloud costs. Why does this matter for pet tech right now? Early detection of conditions like feline lower urinary tract disease can mean the difference between a quick recovery and a life-threatening emergency. The data needed to spot those conditions, frequency of visits, duration of each stay, subtle shifts in weight, and even the composition of ammonia in the air, are deeply personal. Owners are increasingly wary of handing that information over to faceless corporations. Decentralized AI offers a way to keep the raw data locked inside the home while still benefiting from the collective intelligence of thousands of other devices. An edge processor on the litter box extracts a compact feature vector every few minutes, encrypts it, and sends it to the ChainMind swarm. The swarm runs a more sophisticated health model that has been trained on anonymized, aggregated data from a global community of cats, but because of secure multi-party computation, no single node ever sees the unencrypted data from any individual household. Every inference is signed and recorded, giving owners a verifiable history of alerts and model updates, a transparency that a traditional cloud service simply can't provide. Designing a decentralized smart litter box is more than a theoretical exercise, it's a practical blueprint that can be built with today's hardware. Imagine a sensor suite that includes load cells to measure the cat's weight as it steps onto the platform, infrared motion detectors to capture the duration of each visit, and a low-cost gas sensor that tracks ammonia levels. Those raw signals feed into an ARM Cortex-M microcontroller or a tiny neural processing unit capable of running a 10 megabyte TensorFlow Lite model. That model doesn't try to diagnose disease on its own. Instead, it distills the data into a 20-dimensional feature vector, a compact fingerprint of the cat's bathroom behavior. A Wi-Fi module then encrypts that vector and pushes it through a lightweight API to the ChainMind network. The network, composed of volunteer nodes ranging from idle home PCs to dedicated edge servers, hosts the full health prediction model, which might be 50 megabytes in size. Each node validates its peers' computations with zero knowledge proofs, ensuring that the result is trustworthy without revealing any underlying data. The final confidence score, say, an 85% likelihood of early-stage FLUTD, is sent back to the device, which can instantly display an actionable alert on the owner's smartphone, increase water intake and monitor for blood and urine. Because the inference happens on a nearby node or even locally if the device has enough spare compute, the latency drops from several seconds to under 100 milliseconds, giving owners real-time insight when it matters most. But a model is only as good as the data it learns from, and gathering high-quality, labeled data for pet health is notoriously difficult. Traditional approaches rely on pet owners opting in to upload their logs to a central server, a process fraught with privacy concerns and low participation rates. Decentralized learning flips that script through federated learning. Each litter box trains a local copy of the model on its own data, then shares only the weight updates, essentially the lessons learned from that specific cat, with the network. The network aggregates those updates, refines the global model, and pushes the improved version back out to every device. No raw data ever leaves the household, and because the updates are anonymous and encrypted, owners can be confident that their cat's intimate habits stay private. ChainMind adds an extra incentive layer. Owners who allow their anonymized updates to be used can earn tokens, creating a virtuous cycle where higher quality data leads to better models, which in turn attracts more participants. As new health patterns emerge, think a novel strain of feline coronavirus or a shift in diet that affects waste composition, the network can quickly distribute updated models to all devices, keeping the litter robot at the cutting edge without requiring a firmware overhaul. For manufacturers, embracing decentralized AI isn't just a tech upgrade, it's a strategic differentiator that can reshape the entire business model. By offloading heavy inference to the ChainMind swarm, companies eliminate the need for expensive server farms and per inference billing, slashing operational costs dramatically. Privacy-first designs align with tightening data protection regulations like GDPR and CCPA, reducing legal risk and simplifying compliance audits. Moreover, the transparent, blockchain-backed health alerts build brand trust, turning a functional appliance into a trusted health partner. This opens the door to premium subscription services that offer deeper analytics, trend analyses, predictive health scores, or personalized diet recommendations, while the underlying inference cost remains low. The token economics of ChainMind also enable new revenue streams. Manufacturers could earn a share of the tokens generated by the network's compute, creating a symbiotic relationship where device sales and network health reinforce each other. Naturally, skeptics will ask about reliability. After all, a network of volunteer nodes sounds less predictable than a massive data center. ChainMind addresses that with a reputation system similar to proof-of-stake validators in blockchain ecosystems. Nodes that consistently deliver accurate computations earn higher trust scores and are preferentially selected for inference tasks, while underperforming nodes are sidelined. Energy consumption is another common concern. Edge inference on the litter box itself consumes only milliwatts, and the network's compute nodes are typically idle servers or hobbyist machines that would otherwise sit unused. The overall energy footprint can therefore be lower than that of a centralized data center, especially when you factor in the reduced need for data transfer and cooling infrastructure. From a user experience standpoint, the latency improvements mean alerts appear instantly, and the mobile app can cache results for offline access, ensuring that owners are never left in the dark, even if their internet connection drops. But here's the part most people get wrong. They think decentralized AI is only useful for a single device, like a litter box. In reality, it's the foundation for a full, interconnected pet health ecosystem. Picture a world where the litter box, the smart feeding bowl, an automated water dispenser, and a wearable collar all feed encrypted feature vectors into the same inference layer. The model could correlate hydration levels, activity patterns, and waste composition to generate a holistic health score, suggest diet adjustments, or even predict behavioral issues before they surface. Because ChainMind's architecture standardizes data interchange, using signed protobuf messages with cryptographic proofs, third-party developers can plug new sensors into the ecosystem without reinventing the inference pipeline. The result is a modular, scalable network where each new pet tech product adds more data points, improving the collective intelligence for everyone, while still keeping each pet's data locked behind layers of encryption and auditability. The bottom line is that the next wave of pet technology will be defined not just by convenience, but by the depth of insight it can provide without compromising privacy. Decentralized AI inference offers a concrete pathway to that future, turning a smart litter box from a novelty into a silent guardian of feline well-being. For manufacturers, early adopters stand to gain a competitive edge, lower operating costs, and a stronger brand narrative rooted in trust and transparency. For cat owners, it means a device that does more than scoop. It watches, learns, and alerts in real time, all while respecting the sanctity of their pets' most private moments. At ChainMind, we're already collaborating with forward-thinking pet tech startups to pilot these concepts. In early trials, we've seen inference latency dip below 100 milliseconds, zero data leakage, and a 30% reduction in cloud spend compared to traditional SaaS models. As the ecosystem matures, we expect to see a cascade of AI-enhanced pet devices that together create a comprehensive, decentralized health platform, one whisker at a time. If you're a pet tech developer, a manufacturer looking to differentiate, or simply a cat lover who wants the best for your furry friend, now is the time to explore decentralized AI. Join us at ChainMind. Follow our updates, and be part of the movement that puts data sovereignty and real-time health insights back where they belong, in the hands of the owners and the pets they cherish. Together we can build a future where smart devices are not just convenient, but truly caring.